King of Fighter 14 Combo Dojo, and we have our guest Dark Chaotix DC in the house again with us.
Yeah, what's up, man?
So we're gonna start. What's the team we're gonna do today? Nest team or K team?
I think it's K-team.
I think it's K-team. Oh,
Yeah.
Interesting, because this team finally DC have a lot of things to go through with us this time. Let me just turn this on. Data. Okay. We will start with Maxima first, and K- will be our anchor because K- is a lot of things we can go through. We start with Maxima. Maxima 14. Maxima in 14 is kind of different than the previous version, like 02 or what can we say? Maxima is supposed to be a grappler in the previous old version, and somehow move on to there's Maxima on 13. Yes, it does. From 13 and 14 it would become, I don't know, it's more like a not grappler anymore. You don't have a one command grab. Like, I don't know which version do you think is better for the Maxima?
I kind of do have a soft spot for the 2K2 version.
Yeah, because
But I do like his 11 version as well.
oh, the 11 version. Yeah, in 14 they cut down most of his moves, so his moves is pretty basic, and there's no much thing you can do about it, except for most of his normal regular hit got one guard with stand kick, stand D, down C or crouch C, stand C, diagonal, oh yeah, and CD guard as well.
I think so.
Not sure.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, oh, pretty much, except for light punch. He have diagonal down to anti-air, really useful. Cross up, you can do cross up, pretty easy. Jump C.
His jump E's cross-ups as well.
Oh really?
Yeah.
But isn't it?
It works better on crouch.
Oh.
Yeah. Like it does cross up.
But for the C version, much better for cross up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, then let's start. Let's start with some basic moves he have. Go DC, show me something.
Yeah, so he doesn't really have too many special moves. So he's got the vapor cannon. He's got an air version, which just does like a heavy knockdown. And then he just has grab, which is
Half circle back.
which has a half circle back. He has a follow up, which is like a vapor cannon, but it's if you don't do a follow up, it just does nothing. Then if you do the follow up, he's got that. The D version is basically it's just a far away grab, but the B version is like up close. Oh yeah, it has DP as well, which is just air grab. But yeah, very.
EX version actually got guard as well. I remember.
Oh yes, and it grabs on the ground as well.
Yeah.
Sort of hits them up. But yeah, I wouldn't use it as an anti-air per se. It's only good for things when you're guessing them early before they attack or something. Other than that, that's pretty much all of the special moves. I don't think I have missed anything.
Yeah, because Maxima can be a character that don't rely on Maximo combos, because it's like regular damage is ridiculous high.
Yeah, I think for his placement would definitely be mid or anchor, Only reason being is because he does ridiculous damage when you got bar, and having more bar is helpful. Maybe middle might be the best, because yeah, having him on anchor would be very difficult to fight certain characters, such as Shun'ei or something like that on anchor. But if you got bar, if you got resources for him, yeah, he's really powerful. Where as Chen said, doesn't rely too much on Maximo combos, but his normal cancels into supers does really good damage.
Extremely high.
Yeah. He doesn't build bar very quick, so yeah, having him at point might be a bit difficult, which is why you want him mid.
But once you put in the second, like as in mid, one chance you can reverse most of the thing to your opponent.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Maxima got 1050 of the health, extra 50 life bar, so you know that's a good thing as well. Oh wait, actually Maxima is in mid tier or high tier?
He's not high and he's not low, he's about middle.
Is that middle high?
He's about mid. No, I would say he's probably mid.
Mid.
Like he does have like faults against other characters, but I would say he's mid. I've actually seen some really good players with Maxima, and they can actually play really well in a sense where they use all these guard points. And then they convert from that as well. So if they know an attack is coming out, or they know a block string, or that's got a window, they normally do an attack of some sort, use a guard on it, and then they max mode from it. Which that's a pretty good skill in itself, because yeah, it's timing for that is pretty hard. And then to know that you're going to get in max mode into it, yeah, that's its own separate thing altogether. But normally, other than that, you don't really see Maxima used too much at high level, not really. But yeah, he's not like difficult, but he does have some difficulty with some matchups, in my opinion.
Movement ability wise, it's okay, not too slow like Chang or some other big dude. His movement's still alright, pretty smooth. You just have to be careful on following up your opponent. But let's start with something simple. So you can start with light punch, low light punch, diagonal down punch, and just do cannon punch. So this cannon punch can be cancelled to DM, SDM, or level 3. It's really up to you. It's really flexible. So you can either do level 1 DM, level 2, also can do cannon. That all start with this light punch, diagonal down punch, or DC will demonstrate with stand C, which means you can do one extra hit, then diagonal down with the cannon punch to do cancel.
Yeah, so extra hit. The only problem with that is just got to watch the distance, because if you don't get the distance right, it becomes a fast C. So yeah, that's another sort of basic combo as well. You can also do from crouch B, so if you want an actual crouched low starter, you can do crouch B. His crouch A it can be blocked high, so yeah, if you want a proper low starter, yeah, you do crouch B, crouch A, oops, crouch B, crouch A, so down forward C. So that combos as well.
But the timing is going to be a little bit slower than.
Yeah. It's a little bit more awkward, but for people that want a proper low starting combo, then you can do the crouch B, but yeah, timing's a bit difficult. Other than that, the other combo that he does have, you can combo into his command grab, and that's the B version of the command grab. So that is possible as well. Also, don't forget the cannon, the vapor cannon that we're doing. It's the A version. It's not the C version. The C version has a longer startup, so you can't combo into that. So yeah, it's the A version that we're doing. But yeah, so with his command grab, he can't go into DM. From the follow-up, you have to go into DM or SDM from the hit, which is a bit, I reckon it's a bit stupid. I wish they did have the follow-up after the grab, so you can do the grab and then do the DM after the hit, but that doesn't work. For some reason you just can't do that. But yeah, so I think for me that's probably the most basic combos that I use. I don't know if there's anything else you want to showcase.
Oh, pretty much most of the people using the same thing. Because for Maxima, just the combo itself, or cross up, 2 hit, 1 cannon punch, 300. Like, yeah, what do you expect? With DM, just 1 bar, 450. Ridiculous. Like, with level 2, with SDM, 547. Like,
I think the cannon one's better as well for damage.
If you do the Protoss cannon, that's 535. Oh, pretty much the same.
Oh, okay. So it's lower.
Yeah, it's lower. The 2 hit actually. Oh, actually, can try.
I think in a longer combo, I think the cannon does more damage.
330, 337. Wow, just a little bit extra. I mean, this is still good enough to kill your opponent. Okay, so pretty much most of the cannonballs start with light punch, diagonal down, stand C, diagonal down. Alright, so we'll go through these and just pretty much you either go through DM, SDM or level 3. But if you have enough bar, you can try advanced cancel. 3 bars goes 655, and that's a lot.
I think does that do better than his climax? Straight into climax? Because
650. I think yes.
Because I know that one thing about his climax is that it's not the best for damage.
Let's
yeah,
try.
I think that.
Fuck.
Oh no, I meant straight into climax, so it's really bad.
Oh, sorry. That's 743, not too bad. Yeah, if you go straight to climax level 3, it's only 638. But if you make advanced cancel, 655. Yeah, that's better than level 3.
Yeah, thought as much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a drawback with Maximo. His climax is not that great. Like, you're better off doing advanced cancels.
Yeah, to get more damage.
Yeah, his climax for some reason is very low damaging.
Unless you're gonna spend all bar just for doing spend all 5 bar, make it look so cool, but damage wise is just okay. 815 is okay. Oh wow, just make sure your opponent's gonna be 100%, you know, dead by that time. Except for that, Maxima is pretty much done. Because most of his hits got guard, so whenever you have a chance to do cannon punch, you're just gonna do 1 cancel. And minimum charge for the attack is 350 at least. So, you know, pretty much we don't want Maxima to do too many combos. Otherwise, you know, the damage won't be good as itself, just the cannon punch, then straight into cancel super. So moving on. The next thing we're gonna move on is these. Oh, actually, we didn't go through one thing. For the EX air cannon, from the old version, you can do a lot of follow up, but somehow they nerfed that down, and I don't see much people using the air EX cannon anymore. Like, I don't know. Before we move into the Maximo Combo, there's one thing which is good for Maxima for anti-air. If you jump, your opponent is jumping towards you, you can use diagonal down as anti-air and connect with cannon. That's really good damage as well, 476. So pretty much whenever your opponent is jumping, you can try to get. You don't have to do it straight away, just after the hit. Yeah. You have to use A, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Or if you're not familiar with that, you can just do. You don't do the cannon punch, just straight into the SDM. It works. Try not to use this punch. Sometimes you get missed really bad, unless you're really close. Level 2 has to be level 2. I mean SDM. Full damage. Yeah, so that's a good thing for Maxima to do. Moving on, we going for Maximo Combos. Wow, unfortunately, there's pretty much only not much choice you can do. DC, do you use his Maximo Combo a lot?
Yes and no. Sometimes I do, but most of the times I just cancel into DM or SDM. But yeah, sometimes I do use Maximo Combo. If I've got a if I've got a combo opportunity, I probably will go into Maximo Combo if I had one bar, as opposed to probably doing a DM cancel. Especially if I'm coming from too light confirmation.
Yep.
Yeah, it's better off going into Maximo because yeah, too light. Oops. Like sometimes that might miss, depending on distance. But yeah, so I do use it. Yeah.
What we normally do, we can start with either light hit light punch, 2 light punch, or either stand C to hit and diagonal down and activate your Maximo. It's all gonna be pretty much the same. So EX cannon punch, and once you do the cannon punch, you can hit your opponents up and do the EX command throw, but no follow up. So yeah, sometimes I miss. Oh yeah, see, that's how we say it. There you go. That's just 1 bar combo, 442. It's not very. I mean, it's good enough of just one. Yeah, same as using 1 bar to do cancel. 403. That's why if you want to go for damage, so I would suggest once you start with a Maximo Combo, don't go for the EX cannon punch, then go for the normal cannon punch, and go for the DM or SDM. So 561 for the cannon. $551 for the 2 punches, and you also can do either level 3, you know, climax. It really depends how you want your combos to be end up with, but it's pretty much similar. And you can also climax. I think the damage just go for maybe just 8 or 833. Yeah, it's pretty much the same without using like Maximo Combo. So depends. I normally don't do that much cancel. So yeah, depends how you want to play. The other ones to think about is in the corner. You do 2 punch, activate. Same, so 344. Except for that, I don't really have any other combo that I can show because it's pretty simple, guys.
Yeah, might want to add just that the reason why we probably use the cannon SDM opposed to the double punch or the punch SDM is because the cannon has more chance of hitting. Sometimes if you're too far away, the punch will whiff, so the cannon will have more chance of hitting.
Yep.
More chance of hitting than
you can do 2 times. Oh yeah, and more chance of dropping the combos. So that's why I stay in 1 hit.
Yeah, it's just sometimes that SDM misses depending on the combo that you do. So the cannon is the better one to go for. Plus it does more damage anyway. But yeah, and then as Chen said, in the corner is pretty much the same.
Much easier actually.
Yeah, it's easier because you can get the down forward C a lot better. But the only difference with that. Oops, sorry.
But Maxima is a character easy to get a kind of stun, so oh, which means a good thing. Oh, you didn't get a timing right? Let me try it. Yeah, that's what you want to do because it's separate.
Yeah, it's not a. Yeah, it's not a.
It's not a connect combo. It's separate.
Yeah. Other than that, yeah, like you can do like EX Vapor Cannon. The air one does bounce. Oops. So you can do a follow up with that as well. But
yeah, with the EX. Oh, I don't think you can do that anymore.
Oh really?
No, that's only in version. Oh wow.
Yeah, you can. You got to be really low.
Really?
Yeah, like you got to be like lower so when you land you can actually grab it. Like yeah, like it's not as good as the old patch. So the previous patch, you had way more versatility with the EX. Yeah, you got to do it lower.
Who's gonna
like
use that?
Like way lower.
Then it's not useful.
Yeah, it's not. It's because you used to be able to use it as a like a cheeky overhead.
Oh yeah,
like
before.
that, and then you can get into that. But now they changed it where it's not allowing you to. But I think you can. Wait, just go corner. Sorry. Oh, yeah. So they still allow the down forward C to happen. But yeah, but no, you can max mode into it if you want. But yeah, it's a little bit. Like it looks a little bit like this. But yeah, you got to time it a little bit better.
Yeah, I think they nerfed down a bit for that move. Before it was pretty easy.
Yeah, it was so much better in the previous model, previous patch. But yeah, in this one they changed it. So.
All right. Well, not suggested to use, but if you really want to see the fancy part of Maxima, yes, you can try it. Except for that, we'll pretty much go through all what Maxima can do, and what our experience of using him. Interesting. Yep, that's pretty much. Let's move on. Next one is Kula. I don't know. I kind of prefer the oldest patch of Kula. This Kula is pretty boring. Like there's not much you can see most of people doing it. Kula is a really quick character. Let me think. Is she's I don't know. She's not top tier anymore. She was like she was really good, but now she's just a mid characters. Good thing about her stand CD, the range is pretty fast, and then it's quick. Jump B, jump D. It's okay, but most of the time you might get tray. That's the thing. Compared with oldest patch is much better. Jump C. Normal. But light kick still pretty good. You can do 5 hit of light kick. That's one of the good thing. I don't know. I don't use Kula that much because every time when I have a chance to use Kula, pretty much is on point. Never be an anchor, and most of the time we're pretty much using stand B to get the distance, because the stand B actually got the really long hitbox as well, and you force your opponents pretty much to block. Except for that, I don't know. DC, what do you think?
Yeah, so she's probably one of the better point characters to use because she builds meter like fairly quickly. She is a quick character, and yeah, they did nerf her like considerably. As I guess every patch that came out, she just got worse and worse. Her stand B was really good because the hitbox was a little bit further, and then I think it had better recovery as well. So, but now they reduced the recovery, so it's a little bit worse off now. But yeah, her stand B was like super good in the older versions. It's still good now. It's still good as a still got some reach, and it's still quick. But yeah, they're just not as good as what it used to be. Other than that, yeah, like she hasn't really changed too much. Well, to my knowledge, I don't recall her changing at all in her combos from the old versions to the new. Like all the combos are the same. It's mainly just damage and property that's changed on attacks and moves and things like that, but the actual combos themselves are pretty much the same. But yeah, so in terms of special moves, so she's still got a Ice Breath, which works the same. She's got a Spin Kick, where she still has the same follow-ups, which is still the same from the old versions. She's still got a DP. Her DP is probably not as good as probably some other versions. Well, actually, it feels the same compared to other versions, but compared to other DPs, it loses out to other things or trades. So it's not love heart bad, but I think it's still not as good as what it should be. And because it has a lot of sort of vertical, more horizontal and then vertical sort of uplift. Like sometimes if characters are jumping towards you, it'll just whiff straight away. But yeah, it goes horizontal like a lot. And then she has her standard reflect, which still reflects fireballs and things like that. But yeah, I don't find it as good as older versions as well. Like yeah, just like reflecting stuff from like attacks from the air and things like that just doesn't work as well compared to other versions of her. The only thing I do feel that she lacked, that it would have been good if they kept it, was her down forward, her forward C or a forward A from her older. No, I think it was down forward A. The one where she throws out her icicles out front. It was more like a 2K2 sort of thing. Where yeah, so she had this icicle move where it's not a fireball, but she just it's a command normal. And they removed it in this. She doesn't have it in this. Where yeah, I thought that would have been good that she still kept that. But other than that, oh yeah, and her fast C was really good as well. I'm pretty certain it was a lot thicker than what it is now, and the reach was a lot better too, so they nerfed that too.
It's not bad yeah. Now. It's still pretty far. It's just the recovery time is pretty bad.
Yeah. Other than that, yeah, that's pretty much cool. Like, she's not a bad character. I would suggest putting her in point or mid. Never anchor. She gets destroyed in anchor. She's got low health as well. I think she's 900 or something. 950. 950, yeah. So she's got very low health. So having her as an anchor character against a Shun'ei or something like that.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be really bad.
Too hard.
It's too hard. Just way too hard. And her combo won't be damage enough to execute or get really high damage. So yeah, don't risk it. I don't know, because her combo is so the same since 02. It's pretty much the same.
No change. No, she has not changed.
Not changed at all.
The only version where she might be a little bit different is probably 11.
11, yeah. But that's
it.
A bit of a tag version, so it's a bit different.
Yeah.
So let me think. So I'll probably, only thing I remember is a cold breath, follow up DP. What's another one? Well, DC, you can sync one for me. Oh, probably start from low. Yeah. Yeah.
So probably her most go-to combo you'll probably see is 2 crouch Bs, stand B into DP. That's probably her most staple one. I use that a lot because again her B is really good and it's easy to confirm.
Yep.
So even if you do 2, if you can't cancel from low, so you have to do a stand B. So if you do 1, that just gives you 1. Can you just duck, Chen, for a sec? Duck. Oh no, don't block, just duck. No, just duck, just duck.
Just duck.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so it still hits twice, but sometimes if you get them too far on a ducking character, it miss like that. So you just got to be careful on distance as well. So if they're ducking, you want to do less hits so you're still close. Yeah, because it does whiff. But that's her main go-to combo that I use. Her other one is, if you can get it, is fast C into that. That's another combo. You can actually end it with the
DM. Oh, and with
yeah,
the reflex.
Yeah, I was gonna do yeah, the reflect thing. I think it's corner only. I can't remember now. Oops. Oh no. I must be playing too much at 2K2 too much because yeah, that's a normal combo in 2K2, but yeah, no, I can't remember if it did work in this. It doesn't. So. Oh, I froze.
Froze.
Quit game.
Oh, they should do the online training properly. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I got out of the game, so I'm just getting back into it.
Yup, not the problem. Oh. Yeah, Kula's, I mean, you won't see too many people using Kula in like really fancy way. There's less Maximo Combo, less combo, less cancel as well.
Just invite. Oh, yeah, yep.
It's pretty reliant on the speed only. It was really good from the first two version, but when the last version, last patch out, she just stays there, like not good or bad.
You would have seen her used a lot more earlier in the game than what she was now. Yeah, you don't really see her that much anymore.
Because the damage was way too less. It's good for point when you try to, you know, camp your opponent just pressing B all the time, just pressing all the way. It works, but when you're against like the Super ST, high T, like Shun'ei, yeah, that's something you can't avoid it. Alright, let's move on to some basic combo with DM. So DC will start demonstrating for us. There's actually only two anyway. Pretty much only two.
Yeah, so so probably her best, well for me, her best one to use in combo would be from the crouch B.
MTP.
Oh, wait up. Sorry. Just give me a sec. Just. Okay. Yep. All right. What the hell? Are you lagging?
Nope.
Let me just quickly check something.
$288. Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh, look at the damage.
Sorry.
So
I just
sad.
had to check my other computer.
288.
Yeah.
One
so
bar
that's
288.
that's probably one of the main combos that I do.
Yeah.
I do use. For
Compared
a
with Maxima.
1 bar, for a 1 bar point combo from a low starter different form, it's okay. So the problem with her is that both her DMs or SDMs, the ice one and her sliding one, some of them don't all hit, so you're not getting the full damage in some of their combos. So yeah, and
you won't get a
regardless
full
of where
damage.
regardless of where you are on the screen and whatever, like it just doesn't hit properly.
Yeah, which is same. 404. Yeah. Exactly the same damage. And then if you just using it's $2.99. I mean, yeah, this most common you can see when people using it. Not much people using level 3 because it's useless. One of the useless level 3 in the game as well.
Yeah, it is.
You probably, if you can see people using these, that give a bit of extra damage, but you have to jump in to do the full combo. 417 is okay, but I doubt it because you have to jump in and get the hit confirmed. Wasn't too easy.
Yeah, see that whiffs. That
Yeah,
doesn't
there you
go
go.
properly.
And then you go for level 3, just a waste. Like the it's okay, not that bad. Advance cancel, it works, but just 670. It's not pretty worth it, and you have to put either on second or anchor. Like something that's pretty risky. Advance cancel. Yeah, you won't get a full hit. Not even 500. So that's why when you see most people only do crouch B and then DM. 530. It's not.
Yeah, you can delay it.
You can delay it, but you're still not gonna get a full hits anyway. That won't be the full damage, and that's how Kula can. Yeah, that's why like ET, Shanghai, when they're using Kula, they pretty don't rely on that kind of thing. They pretty much rely on CD, this is far reach, and stand C, because that's really far. Except for that, there's how much we can think about it. It's just very simple.
Yeah, her air normals are not the best as well, so which is why it makes it hard to jump in with them. Like her jump C is a bit. Her jump A is not too bad. Her jump B is decent as well.
Jump D is decent, and jump D.
Jump D. Yeah. But yeah, they're not as good as some other characters. So she doesn't have a cross up, so don't even bother about trying to cross up.
Yep.
Like, I have sometimes gotten jump B as a cross up, but very, very rare. I think that's just because her boxes were extended, that's all, but normally it doesn't cross up at all. But yeah, no, that's... But yeah, they're the only standard combos
Yeah, pretty simple.
that we do. Yeah, that we do outside of max mode.
Right. So we're just gonna go through the only Maximo Combo. I mean, there's one or two, but it looks pretty similar. So if DC will demonstrate from the low, I'll just demonstrate from the jump in. So basically is then punch, then C, full A, activation, 2 hit of stand C, EX ice breathe, and these. So it looks like okay. I haven't used it for.
You gotta run in.
Yeah. For that one, you need to run in a bit closer to do the EX spin. Otherwise, you're just gonna miss like this. And of course, you can do follow up of. Yep. Which means alright, 439, not bad. DC will demonstrate from the low.
Yeah, so...
It's exactly the same, but... After that, you can either do DM, SDM, because we put as the bar as anchor. if you put in second, you probably can do EX DP. Oh, you can't. Has to be put in anchor. It's not worth it. You can spin your bar if you want to. Oh yeah, but you just have to time it right. Yeah, that's pretty much. In the corner, maybe extra.
Corner does, yeah, it just gives you that extra hit with the
ice kick.
Yeah.
Ice ball kick.
Other than that, yeah, it's the same. You can actually end with the reflect as well. Oops.
Oh. Oh.
Oh no, I think I don't do the ice kick. Yeah, I don't even use it, but I can't remember now. Yeah, it doesn't.
Oops. Yeah. So that's how Kula works. Okay, go pretty solid and simple. Just rely on speed to do it hitbox, you know. Consider where you are. You see a lot of high-end players, they just press CD, you know, just try to blow you away, and then stand B, stand B, stand B, stand B activation. Yeah, everyone's doing this, so that's how Kula works. Anything else, DC? If not, we're jumping out. Yep.
Yeah, just sorry. Are you on point?
No.
Bars.
Second.
Oh, just put the bars on point.
Point.
Sorry, there is another combo that I do use if I'm on point. It's one of the main ones I use when I got 2 bars.
Okay.
Yeah, so I do use that one as well. But yeah, so as Chen said, you could do the other one as well, but yeah, for me, I use that one because it does work in corner as well.
Yeah, probably that's the most efficient combo you can do. True. Except for that, nah, no one using level 3. I never see people just wasting level 3 on these. Unless, you know, you're really gonna put her in anchor and you have the chance to use it. Yeah.
No, I don't use it.
Oh, this. Well, anyway, move on to our last character of the day. Our favorite. For me and DC, of course, it's DC's favorite characters. Mr. K-Dash.
Yeah, you can see it on the avatar.
Yeah, he's the avatar. Consider like this team. Maxima is really simple, and Kula is just pretty much rely on punches and kicks. K-Dash is like another version of Shun'ei. It's got a lot of anti-air, upper DP, combos, damage. I will let, give me a sec. I will let DC to start showing you guys how K-Dash work. But before that, DC, you might just have to go first. I just need to go to the toilet really quick. Alright, I'll be back with a couple minutes.
Yep. Okay, so K-Dash. Yeah, so from the game when he first came out, he was top tier. And main reason being is because he was able to combo this into trigger, and that was very, very, very powerful back in the original game. They took it out straight away, so now you can't do it anymore. And that was normal version of that. So yeah, no. The other reason is because this move had a really, really big hitbox, so it was very hard to get past that. Now they've reduced the hitbox. I think they reduced some. They've increased some of the recovery on it as well. So yeah, it's a little bit much easier to get by. But besides that, yeah, K Dash, I guess in an SNK sort of way, they always make him really good and then they just reduce him down. Except for 2K2 UM. In the original, he was really bad, and then in UM they made him really good, so I did the opposite. But yeah, same for this. Yeah, he was really good, and now he's probably about mid-tier at the moment. In terms of moves, yeah, he's got stand C, stand A, stand B, good. His stand B is really good. You'll probably see that being pushed out a lot because that's what connects into most of his moves. So yeah, just depending on what combo you do. Crouch C is not too bad as an anti-air, but you're better off just doing DP. His C version DP's got some good invincibility, so really good for anyone jumping in. And stand D, his fast stand D I actually do use. It's a lot quicker in this game compared to the older games where you can use it as a anti-air or an early jump in opportunity. So it's really good for that. You can use it as a whiff starter as well, which we could get into a bit later. CD is his stand CD is a little bit slow, but yeah, it does cover a bit of ground. It does move him a bit forward as well. So yeah, now his air moves, his jump B is really good. It can kind of cross up, but yeah, it's a little bit difficult. His jump A is really good and really good for someone that's crouching. It doesn't cross up, but if you're jumping in small and they're in front of you, it hits it really well, and you can do it really low to the ground as well. So you can start it late. Jump C is something similar, but yeah, you just have to start it a little bit, sort of similar time to what jump A is if you want, but jump A just seems to have a little bit better priority on some cases. Jump D is actually really good as a early jump in to snuff out any jumping attempts. So jump D is really good. And his jump CD is really good as well. It can hold, because it's got a downward sort of hitbox. It keeps people at bay, and you can do it fairly late as well, which holds them into block stun. So that's just basically his normal moves. Special moves, so he's got, so your main one you're probably using is Trigger, which is quarter circle forward A, and then he has extensions off that. Well, you can do quarter circle C as well, but the A version is the one you pretty much want to use. So if you do quarter circle A forward B, that gives them fireball option. If you do quarter circle forward, then forward D, that does his kick up, his infamous kick up, so which launches and then goes into combo opportunity. They gave him some new extensions in this version, which is not in any other model of KOF. So he's got forward, quarter circle forward, and then forward A, which is a new thing that he's got. So it actually hits, can you use crouch, Chen? Oh, just block crouch. Oops. I'm lagging heaps now. Oh, come on.
Lagging.
Yeah, I'm lagging a lot. Yeah, so it's like it can be used as a good tool for hitting someone crouching because it can hit overhead. But yeah, like it doesn't have an overhead property when it's. Okay, that's a bit better. Yeah, so if they're doing it on wake up, like that can be a good move as well. His other version that he's got is the forward C. So this is new again. It actually is a hard knockdown. It doesn't look it, but it actually is a hard knockdown. In the previous patches, this move was not really used, only used for combos, where it didn't have the hard knockdown property. But then in the latest patch, they gave it a hard knockdown, so it gave a little bit more versatility outside of combos. And then his other thing he's got from that is that, which is sort of like a move forward. He's got a normal teleport as well, which does sort of go through fireballs, but it's pretty hard to sort of time it. But then yeah, the fireball extension is basically something like that, which yeah, sort of gets them closer. So if you anticipate a jump in, yeah, you can use that to sort of move away. Oh yeah, and he has a command normal, which I forgot, which Chen sort of showing, which yeah, we can link into that.
That's overhead.
That's overhead. That's a proper overhead. And then yeah, and then he has DP, as you know. DP has a follow-up, and then which is forward D. And then he has his minute spike or his air. If you do it by itself, he just does that. But if you do it a second time, any time in the air, he cancels into the slide, which is not a teleport. It actually is a hitting move, so it is a little bit different from the teleport, even though it looks the same. Yeah, so but yeah, that's pretty much sort of his standard moves. So Chen, you're back now. Do you want to just go into basic combos?
A couple of things before we go basic combos. I mean, SK compared with Kula and Maxima. Yeah, his basic combo is more variety than others. Especially he got. Have you explained the entire the stand D is really far reach. You can start with Maximo Combo, and also prevent your opponents to jump in to you. And while you're pressing stand D, your character will move forward a bit. Yeah, which means a good thing. Alright, so basic combo, well, as most common one, people just do 2 crouch kick and then trigger and extra hit for the triggered out. 4 hit, 128, awesome. You can do the follow up as kick up, but if you want to do that, try not to use 2 crouch B because you'll miss it. So if you got chance, just go for one crouch B. Ooh. And you can do follow up of flying kick, the dash flying kick. For that, same, you can do jump in, but you missed the second hit. DP, stun, not yet. In corner, 100% you can hit, oh damn, it's freeze again.
Oh yeah, mine's frozen.
My god, yeah, that's the bad thing about training mode. That's right. I opened the room. Oh, that's me. It's from me. Funny. So while in the corner, you pretty much get the full confirm. K-Dash is a good character. Either you want to use Maximo Combos or just a regular combo. You can get a lot of damage regardless. Either DM, SDM. Yeah, it's not a because this is not a, he's not a main key character in 14. Shun'ei is. He's mainly on 99 and 2000. That's why probably SNK don't want make this character way too powerful than others. He's pretty much the same as Kyo, Yori, and himself. 3 generations, and Shun'ei is the 4th generation.
Sorry.
Really powerful characters. I don't know, I feel like he's pretty much top tier as well.
Yeah, I think at the moment he's mid.
Mid high?
Upper mid. Upper mid. Yeah.
Alright. Put it back on as a point. So in corner. Full heat confirmed. 223. Follow up 272. Start with low. So that's most common 3 type of basic combo you can do. So DC will demonstrate the follow up for DM, SDM, or level 3 for the regular combos.
So just before we do that, so there are a couple of things. So as Chen said with the kick up, you can do a follow up. So yeah, so depending on what kick you do, most of the time to put you on the opposite side, so you'll need to do, because you can do DT after it, like that. But yeah, so you really need to pay attention on where your character is. So so if I did it really close, I'll go to the if I'm really close. I'm on the opposite side, but if I do it a little bit further back, I'm in front of them. So yeah, you gotta really pay attention on how K-Dash hits them, because you can easily stuff this up. It also can stuff up pretty if you're near the corner and you think you've pushed them right into the corner, and you haven't, then yeah, it would actually cross them up. We'll go to the other side as well.
It will auto correct you.
Yeah, so you got to make sure that they're fully in the corner, because then you'll always be in front of them. But if you're not, then you will cross up, or cross under or whatever, and then yeah, you'll be on the opposite side. So you just got to make sure that you put them right in the corner, because there's been times where I've missed it because I'm thinking they're in corner and they're not. Another combo, which is if you want to do a 2-hit confirm into trigger, because as Chen said, 2 crash Bs doesn't work. He does have one, but it's not very commonly used. So it's crouch B, stand A, into, it's the C version of the trigger, and then forward D, and that actually hits up. But it is, yeah,
a risk that you miss.
It is, yeah. So on bigger characters, it probably has a better chance of hitting, but on smaller characters, no, it's going to be like that. But that's in open non-corner as well. Yeah, so that's just an example that you can do that. Another combo that I do use as well is from a heavy. attack, so you can do C into forward A. So normally, oops, well you can combo into that as well. You can do that as well, but that's a little bit risky. So you can do into the slide like that, which means you need to do the 2 quarter circle back kick real quick. So quarter circle back kick, quarter circle back kick. If you do that real quick, you can cancel it and then combo into that. And which is what I was saying before, the original version of K-Dash, you used to be able to do that, and it was so powerful because you can obviously do an extension. You can do do the kick and do a DP into a super. Like it was like for 1 bar, it was like 400 and something. It was like ridiculously good.
Without any spin, any bar.
Yeah, but they got rid of that. But so now the only thing you can follow up with is DP.
DP and DM, SDM.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, so I just thought I'll tack that on because yeah, they're definitely still combos that I do use. In corner they don't change that much. It's the same sort of thing. Oh, you just remind me of another combo. Yeah, so you can combo into the forward B like that. Only problem with that though is that you got to be really quick with the forward B, because if you're a bit slow, yeah, it doesn't combo. So you need to be, yeah, it needs to be like quick. So it's a bit hard to confirm with it. It almost feels like you have to, you're committing to it really.
But not much people using it because there's no follow up. Because
no. Yeah. Just saying that, yeah, you can actually combo into the forward B. But obviously when doing that, it loses its overhead fucking combo. So if they're ducking, and you do it, then I don't know, just block, duck block. So yeah, so it loses his overhead. So yeah, you just gotta remember that.
It's punishable.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So for that, yep, this is going to demonstrate DM, SDM level 3 for us.
Okay, so continuing on from just our basic combos we got. So if you do oops. So
309, 1 bar.
That's a one. Or you can do straight into that. Oops. Straight into it. Now this super, you can actually hold the button, and if you hold it down, it actually gives you more damage.
Yep.
So obviously you need to release it at a certain point if you're hitting them out of them in the air. But yeah, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, you can hold the button on it.
Back to 99. When you charge to the end, it's unblockable. But after 99, they just cancel that. Otherwise, it would be fun. Because right now, if you block, you still can block. You can block the hit. So yeah, not really useful. So people pretty much just let it go.
There is like a pseudo unblockable, but I don't think it works very well in this. I know in 13 it worked really well. Yeah, so like if you sort of get them on the wake up, it adds them into a cross up state. But yeah, it's a bit difficult and it's a bit stupid. So I'm not too sure if they even patched that out or not. But yeah, it was definitely something in 13, and it was in this in the original. But yeah, no, it's a bit hard to do now.
Yeah.
So other than that, if we do it from the heavy, we can do that.
52, not bad, not bad.
And you can also do the SDM as well. SDM.
DM, 428, 2 bar. In the
Yeah,
corner probably is more. In the corner will become exactly 500 at 502.
Yeah, so when you're in corner, you got better freedom in a sense where you can do your 2 crouch B combos, which is a lot better.
Yep.
But then other than that, yeah, the combo's the same.
429 is okay.
So, yeah.
Sometimes if you kind of lazy and you're afraid that you might miss the cancel, you might be auto-corrected to both sides. See, some people might just do SDM, sunglasses SDM. That works. Oh, right. Oh, it works before. Oh, probably in the corner. Alright, so sometime. Oh, that works in the corner. So it's just way too lazy to do follow-up on kick. That gives you pretty decent damage as well, 452. Or you can... Ah, that's gonna be close. Oh, one hit. Oh.
Oh, you gotta do the cancel.
Oh, you can't. Oh.
Nah, yeah, you gotta do the cancel.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, alright.
So while Chen's doing that, so a couple of things that I don't like about K-Dash with this K-Dash is his glasses super is a little bit not, it's very situational type DM and SDM. Reason being is because you try and use glasses outside the corner, the glasses will hit, but it doesn't sort of gravitate K-Dash to where the glasses are, so the combo, it doesn't sort of combo. So as you can see, yeah, the glasses misses pretty much most of the time outside the corner. And then yeah, and when it does hit, it's like, so if I try and do the combo,
Yeah,
see, misses, and SDM does the same thing as well, which is really annoying because it's you rarely see that SDM and DM being used at all because the properties of how it works, it just doesn't work. And
you're just gonna waste 2 bars.
Yeah, so it does work in corner though. So, but the problem is, level 1 doesn't. Yeah, level 1 doesn't. You'll need to do the level 1 separately, like that.
Yep.
So that will work. And the level 2 you can do, but you got to do it when they're really low to the ground, because if you don't, it miss. So you need to do it when they're like super low to the ground. That's the only time when it will work. Because yeah, that actually does more damage than the other SDM. Because the guaranteed unscaled hit at the end.
Right. Yeah, that also reminds me. Just reminds me. Try to do that. So only in Maximo you can do anywhere. Oh, hold on. I remember you can do that. Yeah.
Yep.
Only during Maximo. Then you can do this sunglasses super pretty much everywhere on the stream. I don't know why. They just built it like that.
Yeah. And for me, the other issue that I have with K-Dash is that he doesn't have, well, he has an advanced cancel, only 1.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, he can't advance cancel from that super. Now you'd think, oh no, in 11 he can do that and then do, you know, his his leader super. No, it doesn't work in this.
Yep, doesn't work.
Yeah, so, but yeah, you can actually advance cancel into this one. That works, which is great for damage. But yeah, it doesn't work the other way around. Yeah, it just completely misses.
So you pretty much have to go to the corner, do the level 1. Advance cancel, but just wasting bar 431. I'd rather just do the Maximo Combo. They even get even better. Yeah, that doesn't work at all.
Yeah, so it's a shame.
It's a shame. So that's why we pretty much, you know, give up on this Sunglass Super. We rather wrong side. We're gonna go level 3 straight away. That might give more damage. It's nearly 600, 597. Yeah, so just one thing you need to consider about yourself. Do you want to go for fancy? Yeah, you can just go for fancy yourself. 4 bars. Not bad. It still gives you a lot of damage. You can do, you know, a bit of mix up after that. Yeah, but most likely people will go for the charging DM or the charging SDM. Yeah, you can continue with your regular combo with DMs. We pretty much cover it. Anything else we need to cover?
Yeah, there's more advanced stuff that K-Dash can do in the corner as well. As Chen was showing with something with the forward A, but yeah, that's more. Right, yeah, that's more advanced stuff. Just like that, but yeah, no, we'll probably leave that out because yeah, that is for more advanced stuff. Beginner stuff, yeah, you don't really need to know that. But no, I think from combo, non-Maximo combos, we kind of worked it out. Yeah, just pretty much all these. Oh yeah, but we'll. So if you want to do the glasses super, then that's the low. That's how low you need to be in order to link it. So what damage was that?
425.
425. Not bad for a non-Maximo combo.
I mean, if just non-Maximo, of course we can do. If you put in Inca, K-Dash is a really good character. Either you can put in 3 of any position that you want. It works most of his damage. Level 2, then the SDM, then level 3. That gives you really good damage. 738, not bad, not bad. Oh, you can't do that. Forgot. You can do. But I'm just gonna miss the last hit. That still gives you around.
Don't know why
about
SNK didn't allow you to cancel it off the
last hit. Yeah. Oh. But this game,
you're missing a big chunk of damage.
Yeah, but this is the final version of 14, so they won't change it anymore. I think pretty much covered most of the combo that everyone can use. Okay, so move on. We're gonna move on to our interesting part, the best part of what we like about K-Dash. which means the Maximo Combo. So me and DC are pretty different on showing the combos. We have their own way to present it, because K-Dash can be really difficult, fancy, useful, or is depend how you want to use it. So DC, you want to demonstrate your Maximo Combo to us?
Yeah, so
as in anchor, as in point.
Yeah, so I use K-Dash mainly as a point and sometimes as a mid character. Point, if I just have one bar, then I'm good. It's only because mainly on point I can do some of his more advanced stuff while on point position. It still works in mid as well, but I just got to change it a little bit. But yeah, now point I do use him mainly on. So for a 1-bar combo from a low starter, so we can do 3 crouch Bs into C forward A like that, and then so basically the full combo will look like this. Oops. Okay, so that's a 1-bar damage combo. That's the one that I use. Now the only problem with this version that I use, if say Chen was using say Chin or I think Athena or certain I know Tongue, certain small characters, that combo doesn't work. When you do the follow-up, the second follow-up, the normal trigger, that one on the 10th hit, that will whiff. It's just because it's on small characters. So if it's on a small character, I do change it slightly. So it mean I just do the fireball first, and then the EX thing. All that is just lower damage. The first combo I use gives you more damage, but yeah, if you're using it on a small character, that will win. So you have to change it to the fireball first, then the kill. But that's just an example of the basic 1-bar combo that I do. Do you want to show yours, Chen?
Okay. I don't think I have much different, but if 1 bar, pretty much start with the same thing as use. But after triggers, I will after dash kick, I will trigger up, and then just DP.
DP.
Yeah,
yes. So if you want to do, if you want to do the C version DP, then you end it that way. Because yeah, if you do it the other way, you have to do the A version, which doesn't give you the hard knockdown.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, on point, the combo you're trying to do is not going to work.
Yeah, some more character. Oh, okay. End up with all DPs anyway. So, in case some of character, as what DC say, might whip. That's why I just go for hard knockdown first, so I can do a bit of mix up. But for or for point as a point, most safe is triggers, dash. That's most safe ever. But if you can go to get the full combos right, 394 plus 1 bar. Got a 2 bars, you get 468 damage. Quite good. And we move on to second. From second, oh actually before that, move back to the one first. Oh, there's one thing. If you can confirm by jump in. I will do something a bit different sometimes. So that is hard knockdown 355 as well. So basically, when you do then C for A activation, you need to do CD straight away and do a EX triggers and do the follow up. So it looks like that works everywhere on the screen. In the corner, you can kick up, or you can do 2 triggers, and if you quick enough, wrong again. You can do two triggers, one EX triggers, one's normal triggers, follow up, then didn't do that. Hey, am I picking up? Yeah, that's too late. But it really depends how you wanna do the ending part. Alright, so we move on to second. The second DC and I will have a very different way of using the combos, the Maximo Combo. DC can start first.
Yeah, so mine doesn't differ too much from what I've shown before. It's actually the same. Yeah, so it's actually the same because I don't do into the level 2.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so it's only for me in corner where it differs,
Okay.
but the outside corner.
Yeah, only different for me is when you go to the second character, you can go for EX, DP, or just in time, 450 damage with 2 bars.
Do it again because it didn't come back properly.
I personally really like this one. Powerful. But
Yeah.
you can still do follow up. So the good thing about, for me, a bit different than DC, for that one it's really hard because you have to be stand C4A confirm. You can't do from the low. So because once you confirm, you can do a lot of things. You can either do DM, SDM level 3 and give quite a nice decent damage for 4 bars on the second in the second position. Lazy, DP to hard knockdown. And goes to the corner. Goes to the corner. One. Pretty much start the same. Oh no. I remember that's enough. Oh. There you go.
Whoa. The advanced stuff.
That's a bit advanced, but is really good. 650 for 3 bars combo, but it's not too hard as you start up with stand C, forward A, activation, CD, EX triggers. EX triggers let the fireball goes out. You have to wait for about half second. Stand D, EX triggers, EX dash kick, EX trigger kicks up. That's the first thing you need to learn. Oh, that's not connect. Can hit, so that's 369 without the second activation. But the timing. You can also do another triggers if you don't want to go too, don't want to get too fancy about it. Be safe. You can. Maybe you can also do it as this way. There's two different. There's 3 different types in corner. Damage is pretty much all the same, but depends. You want to go for fancy or you want to go for just stable damage from K dash. And DC might have a bit different way of presenting in the corner, different than I do.
Just trying to think. Without getting into the advanced stuff, I don't think so. I don't think I do, actually. Nah, all my combos are the same in corner. Again, as I said, without going into the advanced stuff. Yeah, it's the same. It doesn't change. Obviously, unless they're small changes. If they're not, then yeah. Like an example to show what I mean by advanced stuff is similar to what you did. So if I was on point, that's not that in part, but yeah. So.
Damn.
Yeah,
Damn.
That's an example of the advanced stuff, but yeah,
Very
without
fancy.
getting into that, and that's on second, but that actually works on point as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's just when you get to anchor where it actually changes. But yeah, so you can actually do another extension after that as well, but that's getting again way too high. So yeah. I actually just might add though, if you're struggling to do like if you're struggling to do C forward A into to do that, You can actually do that and it still works. Like that still works. But again, that follow-up, the fireball will whiff on small characters again. So that's the only reason why I don't do that, which I go straight into that. But again, as I said, that still whiffs on small characters. But for damage, that actually does way more damage than everything else. So which is why I do that combo. But just for argument's sake, if you're playing against someone who has big characters, then yeah, that slower version, that will work still. Yeah, so you got to do it into the EX trigger though. Yeah, so the normal one doesn't work. But yeah, again, that's just an example of yeah, like if you can do that, but if you can't cancel it quick enough, that does work. Yeah, I don't do it though, because you really need to swap the combo around a lot. Whereas if you're doing the slide early, it puts them, when you do the EX trigger, it puts them higher, so you've got more chance of comboing them higher. So yeah, which is why I do that. That's my way.
Like, yeah, except for the pretty advanced of fantasy that we've done, you can do in the corner double EX triggers up, then you have enough time to do either the SDM for charging or the sunglasses. So you start with high, second high. Alright, move late a bit. That's what I mean. 2 bars, more than 5 damage, simple. You can do just for 100% or miss, 522, pretty much the same damage, even though you start from a low. That's pretty simple. 450 still. I mean, for the one we just demonstrate. Yeah, for this kind of combo, you need time to practice. So for that, like what DC demonstrated, the really fancy one that I can't even do. That's way too advanced. Oh, what I normally do? Let's see. Like this. It's probably a bit simple. After the EX kick, after the CP, EX trigger, fireball, wait for a second, stand C, forward A to the combo, exactly the same. Triggers kick up, EX trigger kick up, kick up. Go for level 3 as well. This is all work on the second as mid. If you put K-Dashi as a mid character, pretty useful, very powerful. Go for the simple, you still can knockdown. Just different way you can use it.
Yeah, if you're the type of person that wants to do hard knockdown, then you got your Oki, then yeah, that's the option. But if you want to just go for damage, not hard knockdown, then he does other things as well. So yeah, K-Dash does have that ability of, that sort of playstyle. For the combo wise anyway.
Can't. Yeah, except for that. Ooh. Yeah, we pretty much covered most of the things.
Just sorry, I just want to check something. So as I said, that he had those different extensions.
Yeah, you can.
So that's an example of using that extension in a combo as well. I'll just check it out in mid. So I can't remember the combo, but I have seen someone use that extension for a 1-bar outside a combo, and it leaves them in a knockdown state. But yeah, just showing that you can use that in a combo sense as well. It's better in corner, obviously, but outside of corner you can use it, and it puts it in a hard knockdown. But other than that, no, I don't really think I have anything else to show, as I said, besides the thing stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, so we're gonna move on to the anchor positions, or it's gonna be pretty much the same.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same for me. The only difference is the ender becomes an SDM as opposed to a DM.
Right.
I rarely ever use K-Dash. Well, I don't think I've ever used him in anchor.
Yeah, I barely use him as well. Alright, it's all gonna be the same. We probably got most of it covered. What's I missing? Yeah, why they can't make these sunglasses better?
Yeah, I would have loved it if they just made it kind of like an anywhere juggle DM where once it hits, it just vacuums the character. Until the button. Yeah, it just doesn't
it's just... Is that ending? Oh, you can't. Alright, cool.
No, you can't do the D version, the C version.
Oh, okay.
You have to do it the way that you do it.
Oh, okay.
Because they're too low to the ground.
Well, we demonstrate a lot of K-Dash can do in the corner. So if you like K-Dash, like DC and I, we focus bit of advanced, bit of fancy part. You can do that as well. There's so many ways You can play with K-Dash. Yeah, thanks pretty much. So I hope you guys enjoy the last bit of K-Dash, some of K-Dash goodness. If you guys have a bit of different combo, like good for beginners to mid players, you can leave comment, teach us, we might demonstrate again. Do you see anything to add on?
No, I don't think so. No, I think he covered pretty much everything.
Alright, if you like our Combo Dojo video, just, you know, comment something. Expecting someone can give us some of the comment. Thanks again. Thanks for watching Chen Chen's KOF14 Combo Dojo. This is Chen Chen and our guest Dark Chaotix DC.
Yep.
We will see you guys next week. Thank you very much. Goodbye now.
See ya.